Writing in German. Good writing in German will have the following. Accurate verbs. So ich habe, ich bin, ich spiele. Correct endings on verbs. Spielt. Mein Bruder heißt. Meine Eltern heißen. You'll use some basic linking, like aber, but, denn for because, und for and. You will start to introduce some word order 2 into your work. This is where your sentence does not always start with the subject like I or my brother, but starts with some adverbs, possibly like sometimes. Also, you'll be using some adjectives, things like langweilig, nicht so interessant, some intensifiers with those like sehr, wirklich. Let's add that to the list. You'll be using some opinions. We know gern, we know mag, hasse, lieber. You'll be starting to use paragraphing and occasionally be adding a little bit of description to your work. Bearing this in mind, I'd like you to write me a short piece of work and try and include as much of this as possible. I'm going to show you how I would do this in a moment. For this piece of work, I'd like you to concentrate on these 4 things. Firstly, to introduce yourself. Secondly, to give some basic details about yourself. Thirdly, to talk about your school life. And finally, to say something about your free time. You may bring as much information in as you wish. Well, I think this is best handled in 3 paragraphs. So the first paragraph where I write who I am. Secondly, I want to give some details. So I could join that together actually. Then put school, something about school and something about free time. So I'm going to imagine that I'm writing to a German person for the first time. So I'm going to start off by saying hello, give my name, and something like that. So I'm going to say hello. So I am called. English is 3 words, German 2. So ich heiße Gabi. That's the name I'm going to pretend I am today. And now I'm going to give those details. Now I've got to use link words. I'm going to use a link word here. And I live in Crowborough in England. So ich wohne in Crowborough in England. I'm going to use a little bit of shorthand simply because I am doing writing on the iPad. Okay. I think because I want to say also how old I am, so I could do that. So I am is ich bin, and I'm now 12 years old, so ich bin 12, don't forget the umlaut. Jahre, capital because it's a noun, years, Jahre alt. And I want to say when my birthday is as well. So, I'm going to have to use another and. It doesn't matter. I'm still extending my sentences. Now, birthday. I don't say my birthday is on. I say I have on 1st May birthday. So I have, ich habe. Now, on the is 1 word in German, 2 in English. Am, first. Now, remember we have to add tens and stens to our words, but mine is the first, so that's a special one. That's ersten, my. Then I put Geburtstag on the end. Now, I'm actually going to ask a question here because I know that Mrs. Noble likes me to ask questions. So I'm going to ask when is your birthday or how old are you? Wie alt bist du? But I'm actually going to say when is your birthday? Wann hast du Geburtstag? Wann hast du Geburtstag? Okay, and I'll put it in that question mark so I know it's a question. That's probably enough personal details. There are other things you could say and be free to do so. You could say how many brothers and sisters you've got, for example, because that would give you an opportunity to describe. I might do that in a different paragraph. So my second paragraph is all about school. So I want to say my school is called, let's give my school a name, North School. Meine Schule heißt, now it's heißt, isn't it? Because it's my school, it's not I am called. So meine Schule heißt Norden Schule. Now, you don't translate beacon, that's the name, so that stays beacon, so you say Beaconschule. Und I'm going to have to use another und because nothing else I can use. Und ist in Crowborough. Now, I really like school, so I'm going to say that. In fact, I don't just like it, I love school, so I'm going to say Ich liebe meine Schule. Now, why do I like school? Den, that's a bit more difficult. Perhaps I shouldn't have written den. Because I learn German, because I learn German. So learn is lerne, it ends with an E because it's I. Then ich lerne Deutsch. Und das ist mein Lieblingsfach. I'm going to run out of room on this little line. Lieblingsfach. To take my word for it, that would be correctly spelt. That's mein Lieblingsfach because the Fach is a das word. I've used a den, a link word, and an und, so I'm doing well with my linking. Now I want to use some more complex sentences, and I want to use some word order too, and I know I learnt that really long sentence on Monday. I have history, or Monday period 1 I have history, so I think I'll say that because I don't like history, so I can write that down. So on Monday period 1, so am Montag in der ersten Stunde I have history. Habe ich Geschichte. But I don't like history because it's very boring. Aber, I don't like history. Ich mag, hang on. Now, where does the nicht go? I think the nicht goes after Geschichte, because nicht goes after the thing I don't like. Aber ich mag Geschichte nicht. Because it is very boring. Denn es ist sehr langweilig. Excellent, good. So I've demonstrated that I can use den and aber. I've also got a mag nicht and negative. Is there anything else? I haven't used a finde yet. I could use that though when I talk about hobbies, couldn't I? Right. Okay. Anything else? I could talk about what I wear to school. I could talk about what I eat and drink at break. I could talk about what I've got in the school bag. I think I've probably written enough for a short paragraph. Right, my next thing is all about free time. Now, I love my free time, and I actually think I'm going to start my third paragraph off with that. So, I love my free time. Now, I know, although you wouldn't, that Zeit, is feminine. Zeit is feminine, so I need to put an E on meine. Ich liebe meine Freizeit. Now, I like playing golf. What else do I like doing? I really don't like playing football, but I want to talk about why I love my free time. So I'm going to say in my free time, and I'm going to put it at the beginning because I'm then going to have to use word order too. In meine Freizeit. Now, you don't know this, but this is the word for I do sport. Treibe ich Sport. I'm going to say my favourite sport is, mein Lieblingssport ist Fußball. And I want to use some adverbs, and so I'm going to say, and I play football every day. Und ich spiele. Oh, hang on a sec. Now, I say in English, I play football every day, but in German, I'm going to do person, verb, and then my adverb. So, person, ich spiele, so jeden Tag comes next. Und ich spiele jeden Tag Fußball. Okay? Right, so I love my free time. In my free time, I do sport. My favourite sport is football, and I play football every day. My brother... my sister doesn't like football. This is quite tricky. Hang on. Meine Schwester, no, she does not like, oh, that's tricky, but hang on a sec, it's mag, Fußball, and then we put the nicht after the item we don't like. My sister doesn't like football, because she finds, this is tricky, that ends with a T because it's she, I have to add an extra sneaky E there, she finds it langweilig. Have I used langweilig before? Oh yes I have, I'm going to change that then. She finds it tiring, stressful, anstrengend. In fact, I'm going to put too tiring or stressful because that adds a bit more description. And I am going to pop in what she does like doing. Actually, let me just give her a name. Meine Schwester heißt Anja. And she likes reading. And likes reading. Hang on. She reads. Lesen, ich lese, but it's a stem change verb, so it's sie liest. And then I put in the gern, because it's person, verb, adverb, on sie liest gern. And just because I haven't added any description yet, I'm just going to describe my sister. My sister is younger, ist jünger, and she has blue hair. No, she can't have blue hair, she's going to have brown hair. Und sie, oopsie, I need my pen, what have I done here? Und sie hat braune Haare. Like my mum, wie meine Mutter. Right. That should give you a bit of an example as to what you can do. If you want to extend it a little bit further, you can add a kind of what you would like to do, and you can do that using word order too. You can say, on Monday, I would like to play football, or on Monday, I would like to go to the cinema. Right, I would like is möchte ich. And with that, remember, you've got to put your second verb at the end. Möchte ich ins Kino gehen, because I love, I don't know, let's say there's a new Star Wars film, then ich liebe Star Wars. Okay.